Good morning, folks. We'll begin with the Korean nuke plant shutdown due to electrical malfunction. The station is less than 30 days old. Great start, guys. You'll notice the cyclones underneath there, one after another, keep coming. There are two clear lows here set to strike this poor region again. But before you say that we are responsible for flooding China, both their weather modification and Russia's are way better than HARP. We are not doing this. Speaking of the spinning weather, Hurricane Gordon has his eyes on Lisbon, Portugal, although experts do predict the storm to weaken before that. Here is today's Torcon, definitely worth checking the midday update, another lightning death here. Our planet has multi-layer over-ionization and I personally expect this to exacerbate. Let's hope this pattern stops at some point soon, because if not, Isaac is going to creep through the tropics this week and slam into Miami head on. Remember when Europe was calling for something other than cold and rain months ago? Well, the heat wave now covers 3/4 of the continent. Wildfires are raging, and until this red high pressure system moves along, it's not going to stop. We do have Gordon here in this confined low, perhaps they can mitigate. Recalling yesterday's quake comments, there you go, 6.1 in Papua New Guinea. This is that same region that had the largest volcanic eruption of the last watch and the 6.6 tremor to close it. Speaking of volcanoes, 170 small eruptions this week here dwarfs the 20 they had last week and the 10 they had here the week before. That's an uptick. It's more than wildfires brewing in the Canaries, and while activity has slowed in the last 48 hours, we appeared to have a peak of seismic activity early on the 18th. It never hit 4 magnitude though, good news. We got another gamma burst yesterday. These have been above normal since Thursday. This last one came from the constellation Libra. Looking at the solar wind, the yellow is the speed. As mentioned yesterday, it reflects the coronal hole stream hitting now. It was minor when we spoke yesterday, but as you can see, it ramped up around 1200 UTC, hit 600 kilometers per second, and did have a sustained density for the most part. You can see that ramp up around 1200 on the Fluxgate magnetometer. Red spiking above the blue on the rheometer same time indicates solar plasma penetration. And we also took a strongly induced baseline resonance near 0 Hz on top of our sustained multi-line frequencies. At least the flares have died down, but that's just the ones facing Earth. Before you go giving credit to the end of my flare watch, let's have a look at SOHO. This is a halo eruption. It happens when a CME is going directly at or away from Earth. Coming over to stereo A with the Earth off to the left, we do see this is a backside eruption headed over to the right away from Earth. So remember folks, it's more than just what hits Earth. We do expect the SDO images to be back up at some point today, but until then, here's the GOES SXI. That's the news, folks. Be safe.